What's up, everyone? Welcome back to another episode of the Turtle Adventures. Today we're going to be continuing the series of the baby box turtle enclosure. So make sure to check out part 1 before you check out part 2, because if you won't understand any of this if you don't watch part 1. And a little refresher is that we have the baby box turtles. Babies have been inside for all the winter time, but now that it's springtime, it has gotten a little warmer. We decided to build the enclosure, and this is the enclosure right here. In part 1, we built this out of the plants, out of the soil, cleaned up this area and a bunch of other things, so make sure to check out part 1. The link will be down below. And today in part 2, we're going to be adding the turtles, adding the water bucket, a food bucket, and doing some water tests so that make sure that these holes will function whenever it rains. So make sure to stay tuned until the end, because this is a very fun video. Without any further ado, let's go on to our shout outs and then on with the video. Today's shout out is going to be Turtle Lover 1235, so make sure to subscribe to our channel. Link is down below. If you want to get shouted out, make sure to leave a comment down on one of my videos and you get shouted out in the next video. So to continue from where we left off, we do need to finish up the framing that protects the baby turtles from all the types of predators, because if you've seen my videos in the past, some very bad things can happen if you don't protect your turtles. So step 1 will be completing the frame for protecting the baby box turtles. So let's get right into that. Alright, now that step 1 has been completed and we nailed the frame in together, it's time to move on to step 2, where we plant the pansy from the last video that was wilting. And fortunately, it did survive. So let's go ahead and plant that plant right now. So I decided that it would be going right here. I did have parsley in there earlier, but it did not live. So I'll see you when the plant has been planted. All right, the plant has been planted now, and it is looking really good. So if you guys don't know, these plants are edible for turtles. They will eat the flowers and sometimes the leaves. But like I said in the last video, they might not even eat any of these plants. So now that step 2 has been completed, it's time to get a little more houses and coverage for the turtles to be able to hide. Alright, so I have these 2 decorations that I want to put in here. First is the magnolia leaf. This will act as good cover because they're so big that they can add an extra shelter for them, just like this, and they're very durable and do not decompose as fast as other leaves. Next up, I have these really cool remnants of a branch, and as you can see, it is really hollow inside, and this can act as a good protection for the baby turtles. So we're going to place this right here in this little area, right down in there, so that the turtles can go inside of that hiding spot. And the magnolia leaf will go right in here so that the turtles can go under it, and there will be a little bit of shelter for them to feel comfortable away from predators. All right, step 3 has been completed. Now it's time to move on to step 4, where we place in the water and feeding containers. So right here I have their food and water bowl. This will be their food bowl, and this will be their water bowl, just enough to where they can wade in the water and soak. And what I've come to realize is that we don't have space for any of these things, so I decided I'm just going to switch this into a water bowl, and their feeding could just be on these rocks here or outside of their enclosure in their original container that I always feed them in. So I'm going to put their water bowl right here. I placed the water container in here, and it is looking really good. Now this container is completely filled to the max, so we can officially say that the enclosure is complete. And I cannot wait to see the baby turtles' reactions. So the 5th and final step will be placing the baby box turtles inside of here. Before we do that, we do have to give them their last feeding inside of their original container, so I'm going to show you guys how I do that. So for those of you that don't watch my channel, this is the turtle feeding box, as you can see, that is written on there, and I always feed the baby box turtles in here with some earthworms, slugs, and a bunch of other critters that they will see in the wild. And I also sprinkle some calcium powder on there so that they can get their calcium intake. So right here I placed all the slugs and earthworms inside of here. So now the baby turtles are going to eat these, but not without putting this Repti calcium on here, which gives them their daily calcium intake. So what I do is that I just sprinkle just a little bit on here onto the little earthworms, and it sticks to their skin, which is good, so that whenever the turtles eat them, they take the calcium in with them. Now all we need is the baby turtles. So right here are the baby box turtles, and now we're going to place them inside of here. Now the last thing we need to do is fill up this water container and water test the enclosure to see if these holes under the enclosure work as rain drainages. So right here we have the hose, and we're going to spray it here continuously and see if water starts coming through these holes down here. And as you can see, these are working over here because I only watered in this area. Over here I'm not going to water because I still need to clean out this thing. But now we know that the water testing works. So the babies finally finished eating, so now it is time for the moment that we have all been waiting for the entire winter time, is placing the baby box turtles inside of their enclosure. So as you can see, this is the enclosure that they're in right now. So we brought all 3 baby turtles out here, and now we're gonna place them one by one inside of their new baby box turtle habitat. Also, let me know what I should name them, because I just still do not have any names for them. And don't worry, I do know how to tell the difference between all 3, because I can tell by their eye colors. So feel free to leave any comments down below to what their name should be. All right, we're gonna put our first baby box turtle in here in 3, 2, 1. There he is. All right, here goes turtle number 2. This is the most active one, so maybe you can find out a name for her. And we're gonna place him inside in 3, 2, 1. And here goes turtle number 3. This one is always the one who eats the most. We're gonna put him in 3, 2, 1. So finally, the baby turtles are now in their home enclosure, and they will be here for the rest of their lives until they turn into their parents. So if you guys did enjoy, make sure to leave a like and subscribe. I really appreciated you guys watching until the end. I really enjoyed making this video. If you guys did enjoy, make sure to follow the channel for more, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace out.